I thought it would have been nice for us to convert on an early opportunity and play with the lead for one point this weekend. Weren't able to do that. We're able to manage those consecutive penalties pretty successfully in the second period without exhausting all of our energy. But you get down 2 in this league, and it requires you to commit to the rush a little bit, maybe more than you'd like, and live by the sword, die by the sword in the third period. Questions?
Do you think it seemed like it took it really until the third period for the guys to really get going? Do you feel like the team's almost waiting until like a desperation moment to finally start kicking it up a little bit?
No, I thought we had good action in the first. I thought we knew that obviously Lowell was going to come out with a lot of energy and wanting to reestablish themselves. I thought we slugged it out with them in the early going and created offensive opportunities. Had a great 2-on-1 with Graycell and Sheary. Say had a couple of other opportunities. So no, I was happy with the way that we got out of the gate on night 2. 2 difficult games on the first weekend of the year. Again, second period was just all penalty kills, so tough to mount any sort of attack there, other than just trying to counterpunch. But then, again, thought we managed our energy well and were able to, despite playing with 5 defensemen for that long, to continue to push the pace, create opportunities. And obviously saw once they got the lead, pretty much was everything up off the glass and just trying to get us into retrieve mode. Despite that, that game plan, we were still able to be fairly successful in creating opportunities.
You guys had, I think it was 30 penalty minutes last night, and obviously there's a lot of penalties tonight. Is there anything you can do to fix that, or is it just a matter of just being more disciplined?
We play fast, and part of playing fast is being aggressive. Obviously, it's the early going. They're calling, making sure they're calling things by the book. Typically, the faster team is also rewarded with an obstruction or interference somewhere along the line. And right now, we're getting, all the contact penalties called against us, and none of the obstructions called in my favor. It's not critical of tonight, but just the way that the games have gone. We'll certainly have to adjust. Went through some of that same feeling out process in the early going last year. I certainly don't want to kill as much as we did this weekend. But on the flip side, it was I thought we did a pretty impressive job with the amount that we had to in situations that our guys aren't completely familiar with.
Was that 5-minute major? Was it just a matter of size?
Yeah. Yeah. It's those things happen in a hurry. I don't think there was any malice or intent there. Wilson had no player support there, so he wound up having to try to turn and protect the puck and wait for help. Just say your defender's going in much like last night with the intention of trying to take away time and space against a player that doesn't have any player or puck support. So that's kind of how I saw it.
Yeah, did losing, going back to that major penalty, did losing that player, being a defenseman, begin to take its toll on the rest of the defensemen since this was the second game in 2 nights?
Yeah, Oleg Ivanko's a minutes eater for us. He's a guy that we typically throw over the boards first on penalty kills, and good in the defensive zone. So now obviously you're asking Mark Hetnick and a freshman to assume minutes and situations in his first collegiate hockey game, and you're just putting stresses on Ben Gallagher and Joel Hanley, who logged a lot of time on ice last night. So it is a cumulative effect of the 120 minutes on the weekend for those guys. That was no question an issue.
You guys have gone down multiple goals a couple nights in a row, but can you at least take this third period's resilience as a good sign going forward?
Yeah, I like our energy. When you're a coach, you learn a lot about your team just the way they act and interact on the bench. And again, second period, it would have been easy to pack it in or lose your energy, and especially they scored the power play goal late there on the Hetnick call. But it really liked the way that the guys were supporting each other and their belief that we had the ability to come back and make a game of it. So, yeah, I like our team. I hate saying that I'm 0-2, and I like our team. I'd love to come in here and tell you, geez, we got to blow things up. But we scrap, we create opportunities, we defend pretty well. I hate to be so simplistic to say I'd like to let puck bounce our way or call to go our way and allow us to get on a little bit of a momentum roll. I really, at this point, think that that's where we are.